So I'm actually standing in Western Armenia, and the country is beautiful. I mean, I'm surrounded by mountains. It's a very mountainous country. You know, it's the Caucasus. There's fast-flowing rivers. The city of Yerevan is absolutely stunning. It's very modern. It's fascinating to see what's happening here, and you can never tell right away when you see the number of refugees, the forcibly displaced that have been forced out of their homes, violently told to leave. And they just grabbed whatever they could and they fled. And then they sought refuge in other parts of Armenia. And man, the Armenians really step up. Like, they're a very, very solid community. What they've done is they've taken everybody in and given them places to live. But life's tough, right? Like it's very expensive to live here. Rent is really high. There's so many influxes, of people that are fleeing, Russia. There's like 500,000 Russians that didn't want to get conscripted into the war. They're very young men. They fled. They came to Armenia. That pushed up the price of rent. Then you've got the 165,000 people that fled the Artsakh region. 115,000 of them came in here to Armenia, and they've pushed up the price for rent, making housing scarce, right? And very expensive. Now people have lost their livelihoods. They get a little bit of government support, which is good, but that support's running out. Now what we've been doing at GlobalMedic is we've been working to get them additional support. And we thought some of the best ways that we could do it would be by providing food assistance. So we started creating these food hampers, right? We went out and got a supplier. We asked the supplier to fill boxes with the food items that people want and love and need. We even asked the families the types of food they like. We filled those boxes, and because we created thousands of them, we got our pricing down. Like, if I just gave the family money and said, go to the store and buy this stuff, it would cost basically double. So by doing it this way with supply chain management, we were actually able to lower price, and it meant that we can push more aid out. And then we partnered with 3 groups here in Armenia. So the first group is AGBU. They're like incredibly well known. They were founded in like 1906. So they're historic, they're well known, people love them, and they have wide reach. So they've adopted families in different parts of the country. They tell us where in the country to go out. We tell them the number of kits we're going to work with, and then we go out to the countryside and we reach those families, we provide them the food aid. Then we work with AMA and the Evangelical churches, right? Because, in Armenia, they're very religious. And the fact is, churches are communities. So when a family or a group of families or a cluster of families come to a community, they often go to that church. And now those churches reach out and they say, this is the number of families we have. So recently we just did a distribution at a church with 93 families. So we targeted that number, brought those kits and brought them there. And then we've got the Gurgen Melikyan Foundation. This is a very small group. They've adopted about 100 families. They go meet the families personally, chat with them. So we come in and provide them food assistance. Now, then we do it a little bit differently. We actually go to the grocery store and buy specific items for them and deliver that aid. So it's important for us to be able to provide this food assistance to the families for a couple of reasons. Number one, we're getting them really good, appropriate aid, right? They love this food. Yeah. They're used to it. They're used to cooking with it. And food is so comforting, right? Like life starts again when you've got food. For mom and dad to be able to make their kids a good meal, it just gives them hope. And then the second reason, probably more important, is families don't have a whole lot of money. So if we can provide them a lot of food and keep them fed, the little money they have, they can use for other things.
I would like to say my appreciation to the Canadian people. Why? Because really they are doing so much for us, and it's very necessary. Please continue